Hello, guys. Hello. So, good morning, guys. So, how are you all? Quite fine, quite great, I guess. So, once again, guys, welcome back to your channel, An Academy Karnataka PUC. So, those among you who are watching for the first time, guys, the entire team of An Academy is here in order to help you out for all the second PU students. ಸೊ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೆಳೆಯರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಗೆಳತಿಯರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಬಂಧುಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಗೈಸ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಚಾನಲ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಡೈಲಿ ನಾನು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ ರೀ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮಗೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಗೈಸ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ APJ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಂತ. ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ, ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ, ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ. ಕನಸುಗಳು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳಾಗಿ ರೂಪಾಂತರಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳು ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಕಾರಣವಾಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಎಸ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಇದು ಒಂದು ನಿಜವಾದ ಮಾತು. ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ನಾವೇನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆರ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೈಟ್ ಗೈಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕನಸುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನೇನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಯೋಚಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, ಹೀಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಕನಸು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು, ಹೀಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನಾನು ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ನಾವೇನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳಾಗ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳು ಇರಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ APJ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸರ್, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲಿಯುವುದು, ಸಾರಿ ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಸಾರಿ, ಸೊ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. So but before that guys, those among you who are watching me for the first time ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೈಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಯು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎನ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟರ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್. ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಕಳೆದ 6 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ PU ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ರಿಲೇಟಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ ಅನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನರು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡೆಡ್ ಗೈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಾನಲ್ UN ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ. ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸು, ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸು ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲವೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಅನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಲರ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ. There of course will be covering up all the details in quite an specified manner with respect to your examination. In my examination point of view iರಲಿ, understandment point of view iರಲಿ, of course we will be providing you with the test series, with the RTP sessions, doubt clearing sessions and all those things. So for the upcoming midterm examination guys, midterm examinations ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಮಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ದೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕೌಂಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಗೈಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಫೈನಲಿಗೆ ಅದು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 6 ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ವೆರಿಯಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಿಗನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಗೈಸ್, ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಬ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಏನೂ ಇರಲಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಹೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? What do you mean by compound angles? So as we have seen guys in the previous class, compound means together guys. ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ whenever they are given in together format, how should we be able to solve the questions? That is the detail that we are going to look in. And first of all remember guys, ನೋಡಿ, ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತವೆ. ಡೆರಿವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಡೆರಿವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನೀಡ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಸೆಟ್. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇದ್ದರೆ it will be very easy. Derivation basis it will not be asked in the examination, so I don't think we need to go through this one. Okay, so coming back to our topic, let us first initially discuss about those formulas guys. Okay, so nodi guys, okay, so see guys, so previous classes alli ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ? we have seen at the standard angles sine of 30 degrees which is 1/2. okay, so what happens when the angle is 45? When the angle is 45 degrees, the value of sine, that is nothing but the ratio in between opposite and the hypotenuse, will be equal to 1 divided by root of 2. fine, and then once again guys, sine of 60 degrees format alli iddare, at 60 degrees angle, the ratio in between opposite and hypotenuse given by the sine will be root 3 divided by 2, and so on. Okay, it will keep on continuing. Now what will happen here guys? Suppose the two trigonometric functions are given in a multiplicative format. ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ವಿ ಡೂ? ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ವಿ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಡೂ? ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್. ಸಿ sin 30 ratio we know, cos 45 ratio that we know. So what is sin 30? It is 1/2. And what is cos of 45? 1 divided by root of 2. So then it will be what? 1 divided by 2 root of 2. Okay, this will be the answer. But what happens guys is, whenever an angle is given in such a manner, like for example sine of 75 degrees, okay, do we know the value of 75 degrees? No, we don't know the ratio at 75 degrees ge ratio ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Why? Because 75 degrees is not a standard angle guys. Okay, it ain't a standard angle, and that is the reason we will not be defining. We can't remember everything. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. But we can do one thing here guys. We can do one thing. We can write in 75 degrees as sine of 45 plus of 30. Correct? 75 degrees can be written as sum of 45 degrees plus of 30 degrees. Okay, but here the distributive multiplication does not work here. Distributive multiplication means here, suppose it is 2 into a plus of b. We multiply each term within bracket. 2 into a, that will be 2a, plus of 2 into b, that will be 2b. Okay, so this is just a constant here, but here it is a trigonometric function. This will be a ratio guys. This will be on a ratio basis, so we cannot divide it directly. Distributive division directly ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. We cannot write it as equal to sine of 45 degrees plus of sine 30 degrees. We cannot write it. Why can't we write it, sir? Because first of all, that is the ratio, sir. Whatever it is that we are looking at, okay, suppose this is 2 upon 3 at 45 degrees. It is what? These are all the ratios, correct? Sine of 45 will be 1, and this will be what? Divided by root 2. Okay, the exact ratio will be 1 divided by root 2. So this value will be just root 2 here. Okay, if we do it here, that will not be practically solvable. Practical agi adu applicable agala, because sine of 45, as we know guys, 1 upon root 2. Sine of 30, that is 1 upon 2. We'll have to add it. That is another thing. But when you add the angle, it will be in degrees, correct? The angle here is in a completely different unit, and the ratio here is in a completely different unit. So that will not be compact. Adu work agala. Remember, in order to carry out any of the applications, the units need to be same. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅವತ್ತೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್, ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಕೆ ಜಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೀಟರ್ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್. Okay, that will not be applicable. We cannot add kilometer and kgs, because kilometer is what? Unit of length. Kg is the unit of weight here. So distributive multiplication will not be applicable to trigonometry, because they are completely different. Okay, we cannot just add ratio, and we cannot just add degrees. Degree is a unit of angle. Ratio is what, guys? It is a unit free measure. It is just a constant number here for a particular element. Okay, so what should we do, sir? If we can't add them in a prescribed distributive law, how should we go it? How should we solve it? Hege madabeku? That is the question. So for that, guys, actually on the basis of practicality, we have derived certain formulas anna navu derive madidave. For example, a plus of b whole square, correct? What is the formula here? We already know that. Everyone knows that a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so this formula we have remembered. Now the question comes, how did this formula arrive? Why should we only write it in this fashion? That is on the basis of binomial theorem. Okay, that is also the subject that we have gone through. But here, in case of simple, in a similar way, guys, trigonometric ratios too and trigonometric angles too can be added in with respect to a formula, and those formulas are derived on the basis of application, which are not for our syllabus. Adu namge illi syllabus alli illa. So we'll not be focusing on the derivations. We'll be focusing on the formulas and the applications, guys. So this is the first formula. So for trigonometric function sine, whenever two angles are in a sum format, and sine ratio, the sine trigonometric function value we need, then what can we do? We can do one thing, guys. We have to write it in this fashion. Sine of a, okay, sine of a, the first angle, multiplied with cos of b. Okay, what will the value here? Sine of a plus b. Whenever two angles are given in a sum format, then it will be sine a cos b plus of cos a into sine b. Okay, it will be what, guys? The sum of the respective cos ratio and the respective sine ratio of both the given angles. Okay, sine of the first angle and cos of the second angle plus cos of the first angle plus sine of the second angle. This is a standard formula, guys, for the trigonometric ratios addition or subtraction. Remembering and understanding these formulas will be quite easier with the application. So ಈ formulas ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. So now what happens, guys? So what happens if we take in the difference here? Difference ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? See, both for addition, both for difference, for division and multiplication, it will be easy, because the ratios case division and multiplication, there will always be elimination, guys. But addition and subtraction, that is what the perspective here. So what happens when it is negative, sir? So when it is negative, these elements will remain same. Elements same agene irtave, but only the sign will change here as negative. For example, sine of the first angle multiplied with cos of the second angle minus of cos of the first angle multiplied with sine of the second angle. correct? So this is what guys, the basic sine value here, sine trigonometric function, and the addition and subtraction formulas. These two formulas are important, you have to go through these formulas. So now whenever two angles are in addition format, when you have to add two angles and you need the ratio in the cos format, okay, the ratio of adjacent to hypotenuse, ratio of adjacent to hypotenuse is given by what guys, cos. So whenever two angles are additive in nature and you apply the cos function, what the values are going to be? So the values will be what guys, cos will be on one side, cos of A multiplied with cos of B minus of sine of A multiplied with sine of B. Okay, in case of cos function, cos will be on one side, sine will be on one side. In case of sine, sine and cos will be combined, and sine and cos will be combined. If it is plus, it will be plus. When it is sine, sine and cos will be combined, sine and cos will be combined. But when it is minus, it will be minus. Cos function ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎರಡು angles ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು add ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, whenever it is cos, cos will be completely on one side and sine will be completely on one side. And remember, if it is plus here, here it will be the opposite, that will be the minus. And just now, as you might have guessed it right guys, A minus of B. Okay, the cos is the trigonometric function here, so cos will be completely on one side, cos of A into cos of B, and sine will be completely on one side, sine of A into sine of B, and the signs will be opposite guys. If it is minus here, then it will be plus. If it is plus, it will be minus. If it is minus, it will be plus guys. So this is the formula, or these are the formulas that we basically apply for what guys, we basically apply for the, you know, the cos function, cos trigonometric function. Now similarly, there is a set of formula for tan here, so we'll have to look at that formula too, because sine, cos and tan are the basic trigonometric function. Okay, so now guys, tan of A plus of B, whenever two angles are in some format and you want the ratio of opposite to the base, opposite side ಬೇಸ್ ಅಥವಾ opposite side adjacent ರೇಷಿಯೋ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 1 minus of tan A multiplied with tan B. Okay, so if it is plus here, it will be plus on the numerator side, and then minus respectively will go on the denominator. Now whenever the two angles are in difference form, ಯಾವತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, then the ratio of opposite to the base guys. What does tan mean here? Tan means nothing but opposite to the base ratio. Okay, opposite to the base. So opposite and base ratio, whenever two angles are in difference form, the tan value will be given by what? The same format guys, only the signs will change here. Illi plus idre illi numerator alli plus bandide. If it is minus here, the numerator too once again will have a minus sign. Tan A minus of tan B whole divided by 1 plus of tan A into tan B, tan A into tan B. Okay, so this is the third set of the formula, and these are known to be compound formula. Why compound? Compound means together. Angle A and B together, joteyagi. Angle A and B once again they are together. So these are known to be compound formulas. Compound means together guys. So like the video guys, if you're able to understand video na like ಮಾಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. Okay, and then there are many different kind of formulas guys which will keep on solving, which will keep on applying once we start solving the problems. On the basis of problems it will be quite easy guys. So let us come back to starting of the problems here, then it will be easy for us to understand. Okay, so any questions guys? If you have any questions, you can ask us in the comment section. Okay, so the first question guys, so obtain the values of the trigonometric functions of 75 degrees, 15 and 105 degrees, and then prove that tan 75 plus of cot 75 will be equal to 4. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ ಗೈಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, so this is a simple question guys, if you know already the formula. See, he's wanting us to find the angles here 75, 15 and 105 and prove that tan of 75 plus cot of 75 will be equal to 4 guys. Adannu navilli prove madbekagide. So now if you can observe guys, tan of 75 is 75 in standard angle. No, 75 standard angle allari. So what can we do? We have to express it into a basic format. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಡೂ ದಟ್ ಗೈಸ್? ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ tan of 75 degrees. Tan of 75. So 75 tan degree, 75 degree tan we don't know, but we can express 75 in a standard angle format, which can be written as tan of 45 plus of 30 degrees. Okay, we can write it in this manner. So why only 45 plus 30? Why not 60 plus of 15? Because 45 degrees and 30 degrees are the standard angles. We already know the values for those. That is why we are converting them into standard angles. Okay, so now if you observe guys, whenever two angles are in a sum format and we need the tan ratio, then it is given by a standard formula. And what is that? Tan of A plus of tan of B whole divided by 1 minus of tan A into tan B. This is the formula for the sum of two different angles. Correct? Tan of A plus of B. Yavattu ಎರಡು angles ನಮಗೆ sum format ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ, this is the formula. We need to remember this formula. So here tan of 45 plus of 30 is in this fashion. So now we have to just apply this formula here guys. So tan of 45 plus of 30. So according to our formula, it will be tan 45 plus of tan B. In the position of B, it is 30. So tan of 30 whole divided by 1 minus of tan of 45 multiplied with tan of 30. Correct? So this is the value here. So now we already know the trigonometric values here guys. What is tan 45? It is nothing but 1. What is tan 30? 1 divided by root 3. So we'll have to just substitute the values and simplify. Tan 45 is 1 plus tan 30 is 1 divided by root of 3 whole divided by 1 minus of tan 45 once again is 1 guys. Tan 30 is nothing but 1 divided by root of 3. Okay, so simplification will give us what? Root 3 plus of 1 divided by root 3. Because LCM guys, root 3 into 1 will be root 3 plus 1 as it is divided by root 3 whole divided by, here once again LCM, 1 into 1 will be 1, root 3 into 1 will be root 3 minus of 1 whole divided by root of 3. Okay, so now if you observe here guys, denominator and denominator common, they are both common, they both get cancelled out. So I can write in the value of tan 75, which is equals to tan 45 plus 30, which is equals to root 3 plus of 1 divided by root 3 minus of 1. Okay, the value of tan of 75 guys that I needed is root 3 minus, plus of 1 divided by root 3 minus of 1. Now in a similar fashion guys, I can derive the value of cot 75. Cot of 75 also we need the value. So I'll do one thing here, I'll just simplify it here. So cot of 75 degrees. So now guys, is 75 a standard angle? No. So we can express this as 45 plus 30. But instead of doing that, we already know that cot is nothing but reciprocal of tan. So cot 75 is nothing but reciprocal of tan of 75 degrees. We already know the value of 75 tan. Root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 minus of 1. So we'll do one thing here, we'll just substitute it here. So 1 divided by root 3 plus of 1 divided by root 3 minus of 1. correct? So this complete term will jump on the upward side. Denominator once again has a denominator, it will come back to the numerator here. So I can write in the value of cot of 75 degrees guys as equals to root 3 minus of 1 divided by root 3 plus of 1, correct? Root 3 minus of 1 divided by root 3 plus of 1, that is the value of the tan that we need. Now what is he asking us guys? Tan 75 plus cot of 75. Okay, so I'll do one thing, tan of 75 plus of cot of 75, we'll just substitute the values and I'll substitute madam. So what is tan 75? We have already determined it here, root 3 plus of 1 divided by root 3 minus of 1, root 3 minus of 1 plus of what is cot, just the reciprocal here, so root 3 minus of 1 whole divided by root 3 plus of 1. So now guys, what you have to do in order to simplify, you'll have to take out the LCM here. Okay, so a minus of b into a plus of b, a square minus b square format. So what is a square? Root 3 square, square and root will both get cancelled out, and that is nothing but 3 minus of 1, and here it will be what guys? Root 3 plus of 1 plus of root 3 minus of 1. Okay, so you'll have to multiply here. After taking out the LCM, you multiply root 3 plus 1 here. So in the numerator it will be what guys? Root 3 plus of 1 whole square plus of root 3 minus of 1 whole square, correct? Now simplify it once again, a plus b whole square, a square, root 3 square, square and root they both get cancelled, plus b square which is 1 plus of 2ab that is 2 root 3 plus of a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus of 2ab whole divided by 3 minus of 1 is what guys? 2. Okay, so now if you can observe here, see 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, so I can write this to be 8 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 they both get cancelled, 8 divided by 2, 2 ones are and 2 4s are guys. So don't you think this is your RHS, right hand side value? Hence LHS is equals to RHS. Proved. Understood? Okay, so this is a initial question and this is 2 mark question guys. Sorry, this isn't a 1 mark question, this is a 2 mark question. It's just a little bit lengthy here. I hope it is quite easy for you to understand. Okay, just substitution anna madidevre idaರಲ್ಲಿ tan 75 has been written as 45 plus 30 and cot is nothing but the reciprocal of that function tan. Okay, 2 mark question guys, idu solve ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. So now we'll consider one more question, that is the 2 mark question again, and we'll be able to solve this question with ease guys. So remember these formulas, please solve the questions, only then you will be able to remember. Don't by heart them, with practice is what you are going to remember. Okay, the second question. So sine of 105 degrees plus of cos of 105 degrees. Okay, so ನೋಡಿ guys, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದು? See, first of all I'll take in sine function, sine of 105. See, 105, is it a standard angle? No, not at all. So what can we do? We have to convert it into standard angle form. I can write 105 as 45 degrees plus of 30 degrees. ಬರಿಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರ, sine of 45 plus of 30. So sine of a plus of b format. So we already know the values guys. What is that? Sine a into cos b formula plus of cos a into sine b, which is equals to sine of a plus b. Correct? This is the format here of the formula. So we are going to simplify this in the same manner. So sine of 45 degrees plus of 30 degrees. So I can write this as sine 45 multiplied with sine 30 plus of sine 30 sorry, cos 30, right? Sorry guys. So this is sin A into cos B plus of cos A, which is cos 45 into sin B. So now guys, you already know the values here, so just substitute the values. So sine of 45 is nothing but 1 divided by root 2, 1 divided by root of 2. Cos of 30 is nothing but root 3 divided by 2, plus of cos of 45 is 1 divided by root 2 multiplied with sine 30 is 1 divided by 2. Okay, so now we have already substituted the values. Now what can we do guys? We have to just simplify this one. So what can we do here? We can definitely take in the LCM here because there is no other method here. So the LCM is going to be 2 root 2, correct? LCM are same, so we are just going to add up the numerators, root 3 plus of 1. So this is our value guys, so the value of sine 105 degrees. Okay, so in the same way we need the value of cos 105. So cos of A plus B guys, first of all this formula we have to remember, cos A plus B. Remember, whenever it is cos will be on one side, cos A into cos B. Sine will be on one side, sine A into sine B, and this is negative here in the middle, because if it is positive it will be opposite sign. So in same manner we can write in the value of cos 105 degrees, which is equals to cos of 45 plus of 30, which is equals to what guys? Cos A into cos B. That is cos of 45 multiplied with cos of 30 minus of sine of 45 multiplied with sine of 30. Okay, so what is cos 45? 1 divided by root 2. Substitute guys. What is cos 30? Root 3 divided by 2 minus of sine 45 is 1 divided by root 2 multiplied with sine 30 is 1 divided by 2. So LCM guys, LCM will be same, which is 2 root of 2. So this will be what? Root 3 minus of 1. So cos of 105 degrees is root 3 minus of 1. Now what we are going to do, we are going to just substitute the values in our LHS, which is sine of 105 degrees plus of cos of 105 degrees. So what is sine of 105 guys? Root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2. Root 3 plus of 1 divided by 2 root of 2 plus of cos of 105 degrees is root 3 minus of 1 divided by 2 root 2. Okay, so root 3 minus of 1 divided by 2 root of 2. So LCM once again guys is the same here. So 2 root of 2, that will be your LCM. So A plus B into A minus B format, correct? A plus B into A minus of B, A square minus B square. A square is root 3 square, so root and square they both get cancelled out. That will be 3 minus of 1 square is what guys? 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by 2 root of 2, and here what will happen? 2 and 2 they both get cancelled, which is equals to 1 divided by root of 2 guys. Okay, so that I think is your LHS. Okay, yes, it is your LH, sorry, it is your RHS. Okay, not the LHS here guys. So now here we can prove, we can write in LHS is equal to RHS, and hence it is proved guys. Okay, so this is the proof that we are looking for. So in it right guys. So any questions guys? ಏನು questions ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಏನು questions ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿ. So these are all 2 marks questions that we are solving on. Fine, understood. Like the video guys if you are able to understand. Video na like ಮಾಡಿ. No sir, we aren't able to understand. If that is your suggestion, please let me know in the comment section as to which points are you unable to understand. Okay, so these are very important questions. These are the base of what trigonometry is entire about. So trigonometry formulas should be remembered, and no need to by head them. You'll be able to remember them once you start practicing the questions. Okay, so now guys, take in this next question. Try to solve in this next question. Okay, think initially, don't just start solving it guys, just think initially what can you do. Okay, so this is the question guys. Look at this question, just try it. Okay guys, so see here, what's the question saying here? If cos A is equals to 5 upon 13, cos B is equals to 24 upon 25, find cos A plus B, find cos of A minus of B. Okay guys, so what can you do here? See, you can do one thing. Initially we can use in the standard ratios here, the standard values, identity formats. See here guys, see, already given that cos of A is equals to 5 upon 13. Okay, and then it is already given here for a different angle, cos B is equals to 24 divided by 25, and is asking us to find the values here, compound angles. So now if you can see here guys, on the basis of cos, we need both cos of A, that is given, and we need cos of B, that is also given, but sine of A and sine of B, those values we need to find. Sine A values and sine B values are not at all given here, we have to find those values. So how can we find it out? We have to use these given data here. Cos A and cos B are given here. Okay, so using cos A we can find in the value of sine A guys. How can we do that, sir? Identity format we know. See, I can write in sine square of A is equals to 1 minus of cos square A. Can't I write that? Yes, I can do that, because as you all know guys, sine square of theta plus cos square of theta is 1. This is the standard identity format. So if I need the value of sine square, cos square will move on to the left hand side. So here guys, the value of sine square of A will be equal to 1 minus of 5 divided by 13 whole square. Correct, because cos A is 5 divided by 13. So what can I do? I can write in the function of sine A is equals to, so now see here guys, 5 square is what? 25, and 13 square is what guys? It will be 169, the square of 13. Okay, it is 169 here in the denominator. So now if you observe here, there is 1 which is remaining here on the left hand side, so we have to take out the LCM, right? We'll have to take out that LCM. Okay, so this will be the next format here. Sine A will be equal to complete root of 1 minus 25 divided by 169. Okay, so now if you observe here guys, the value of sine A, I'll write it down directly here, so listen carefully. So 169 minus of 25 whole divided by 169. Okay, this will be what? In complete root. So 169 minus of 25 will be 144. So root of 144 will be what guys? 12. Square root of 144 will be 12 divided by square root of 169. We already know that it is 13. Correct? So sine A is given by what? 12 divided by 13. We already got the value of sine, right? And in the same way guys, we can use that identity here also. I can write here sine square of B equal to 1 minus of cos square of B. Okay, I'll write it in this manner here. So we'll do one thing here. We already know the cos square B value, we'll substitute it here. So 1 minus of 24 divided by 25 whole square, right? So now guys, what will be sine B? Sine B will be, I'll write it down, the next step I'll write it down directly guys. So 25 square is what? The square of 25 will be nothing but 625. So 625 into 1, that will be what? 625 minus of 24 square guys, the square of 24 is 576, right? Whole divided by 625. Correct? So this is what the function sine here. The value of sine B guys. Okay, so now once again I'll write in this step here directly. The sine B function that we need is written by 625 minus of 576. That will be what guys? It will be 144. Okay, 625 minus of 570, 6 guys. So that will be, sorry, it will be 169. Okay, it will be 169 guys, sorry. 76, 49, and no, sorry, this will be 49 guys. Okay, 625 minus of 576, this will be 49. Root of 49 divided by 625. Okay, 625 minus 576 will be 49 guys. So what is here? Root of 49 is nothing but 7. Root of 625, 25. So we now have the values of sine A and sine B values here. As you can see, sine A is 12 upon 13. Sine B is what? 7 divided by 25. So now we can directly substitute the values and identify cos A plus B and sine A minus of B. So first of all, I'll take in cos A plus of B guys. Cos of A plus of B. So what is cos A plus B? Remember, whenever it is cos here and whenever, let it be sum or the difference, cos will be on one side, cos of A into cos of B. Cos will be completely on one side and sine will be completely on one side, sine of A into sine of B. And this will be what? Negative here, because if it is positive, it will be negative here. So what is cos A guys? Cos A already given in the question, 5 divided by 13. Okay, and what is sine A? We have calculated here. So 5 upon 13 is cos A, multiplied with 12 upon 13 is cos B. Sorry, no, cos B is different. So cos B is 24 upon 25 guys. Sorry, so cos B is 24 divided by 25. So 24 upon 25 minus of, what is sine A guys? Sine A is here, 12 upon 13 multiplied with sine B. What is that? 7 upon 25. So now we have already gotten the values guys. Now we can do what? We'll have to simplify this one. Okay, so now we can do one thing here. The LCM is going to be same, 13 into 25, 13 into 25 guys. So 13 into 25, the values can be substituted here, or we can directly write in. So we'll do a thing, we'll substitute here. So 25 into 3 is 75, 5, and that will be 7, so that will be 325, correct? So 24 into 5 guys, that is 120. 24 5s are 120, minus of 12 7s are 84. Okay, so this is going to be your value guys once you get with respect of simplification. So 120 minus of 84 guys, that will be 3636 whole divided by 325. So 36 divided by 325 guys, that is the value of cos of A plus of B. Okay, so we can't we can't simplify it furthermore. We'll just keep it as it is. Okay, now so now what we need guys, we need the value of sine of A minus of B. So sine of A minus of B. So whenever it is sine guys, it will be combined here, sine and cos on one side, sine A into cos B on the one side, and then once again sine B and cos A on the other side. Of course the angles will change here. So if it is negative, the sum is going to be negative here too, because in case of sine it will remain the same guys. Okay, in case of sine it will remain out to be the same here. So now we already have been given and we have already calculated the values here. So substitute. What is sine A? Sine A, as you can see, is 12 upon 13. Okay, so 12 divided by 13 guys. And what is cos B? Given in the question, cos B is 24 divided by 25. Okay, so 24 divided by 25 minus of, what is sine B that we have calculated guys? Sine B is 7 divided by 25. Okay, so 7 divided by 25 multiplied with, what is cos of A? Cos of A already given, 5 upon 13 guys. Okay, so 5 upon 13, that is the value that has already been given here. So now once again we'll have to take out the LCM guys. So 13 into 25, that will be what guys? 325. Okay, so 12 into 24, 12 into 4, that is 8, 4, 24 and 28, 288 minus of 35. Correct guys, 288 minus of 35. So what will get this value to be? So 253 divided by 325. Okay, so on simplification guys, the value that we have obtained for sine of a minus of b according to the substitution of the formulas is 253 divided by 325. Correct? Understood guys? Artha aita. See, these may seem lengthy, these may seem very lengthy, but only the substitution and simplification part you have to be carefully able to solve it out guys. So, and I hope that there is no problem here. Okay, if you have any doubts guys, you can let us know in the comment section. Okay, any doubts guys, any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Okay, any doubts guys? If you have doubts, please ask guys. Doubts idre keli comment section alli. Okay, no doubts? Fine guys. Okay, if you have no doubts, that is okay. So this is very easy, just the simplification part is what you have to go through. So we'll do one thing, we'll continue with the next question guys. So these are all 2 marks questions and might also be asked for 3 marks in some instances, but very important for your midterm, especially also for final and especially for midterm guys, upcoming examination, very important. Okay, fine guys. Okay guys, so this is the next question that is on your screen and I hope it is visible. Okay, so look at the question guys. What does the question say? If secant of a is 17 upon 8, cosecant of b is 5 upon 4, find secant of a plus of b. Okay, what's he asking here? If secant a is 17 upon 8, cosecant of b is 5 upon 4, find secant of a plus of b. Okay, and multiplied with, or is it separate guys? Sorry, this is a separate value here, this is a misprint guys. Okay, secant of a plus of b, this should be secant here, secant of a plus b and cosecant of a plus of b. If a and b are acute angles, yes guys, so we are going to do one thing here. So first of all, see, secant of a is equals to 17 upon 8. Okay, so now if you know it guys, secant is what? Reciprocal of cos. Correct? Secant is nothing but reciprocal of cos. So I can also write this secant value as cos of a is equals to 8 upon 17. Yes, because it is just a reciprocal. So in the same way guys, cosecant value has been given here. Cosecant of b, which is equals to 5 upon 4, can be written as sine of b, which is equals to 4 upon 5, the reciprocal. Correct? I can write it in this manner. So now what we need guys, we are going to see, first of all, what we are going to do, we'll find out the value of sine b here. First of all, we'll find out the value of cos b here. Okay, we'll do one thing and then I'll explain you why. So on the basis of our standard value, standard identity, sine square a can be written as 1 minus of cos square, just as we have done it in the previous question. Okay, so substitute these values guys and we'll have to solve them out. That is the only value here. Okay, so we'll do one thing here guys. So sine of a can be written as, I'm writing this step directly here. I hope you're able to understand guys. If not, please let me know. So 1 minus of cos square a is this. So 8 square will be what? 64. 17 square will be 289. Correct? So now what we got to do, guys, we have to just simplify this one. Okay, okay, so what can we do here, guys? The next step is going to be what? LCM. So root of, I'll write down the values directly. 289 minus of 64, guys. 289 into 1, that will be the LCM. Minus of 64, so that will be 5 and 225 divided by 289. So what is sine A, guys? Root values of root of 25, sorry, root of 225, that will be what? 15 whole divided by root of 289, as we all know this is 17. Okay, so in the same manner, guys, we'll use up this function here. I can write in the value of cos of b as equals to complete root of 1 minus of sine square of b, according to the identity format that we have used. Okay, so I can write in this as a root of 1 minus of 4 square, guys. 16 divided by 5 square is 25. So the value of cos b will be given by, see, this will be what, guys? Root of 25 minus of 16 will be 9 divided by 25. Root of 9 will be 3 and root of 25 will be 5. Okay, so now, guys, we have already gotten the value of sine A, cos B, cos A and sine B. So now we can do one thing. We need the value of secant A plus of B, right? Okay, we need the value of secant A plus of B. Secant of A plus of B, I can write it as 1 upon cos of A plus B, guys. Not at all a problem, because secant is reciprocal of cos, right? Which is equals to 1 divided by, so whenever it is cos, so cos will be on one side, cos of A into cos of B. If it is plus, it will be minus here. So sine of A multiplied with sine of B on the other side. Yes, so we can substitute the values and we can simplify, which is equals to 1 divided by, or you can also do it like this, guys. You can separately determine the value of cos A plus B, and then you can substitute the values completely here after the simplification. Okay, but I'll be solving it in this fashion. I hope not an issue. So cos B is 3 upon 5 and cos A is 8 upon 17. So 8 upon 17 multiplied with 3 upon 5. Okay, minus of sine A into sine B. Sine A is 15 upon 17, sine B is 4 upon 5. So this will be 15 upon 17 multiplied with 4 upon 5. Okay, so now you have to take out the LCM here, guys, of 17.5 and 17.5. 17.5, so that will be 85 LCM. So 8 into 3, guys, 24 minus of, so 15 into 4 is what? 60. Right? So now what can we do here, guys? We have to simplify it once again. See, if before simplifying, denominator has once again the denominator here, which is 85, so that will jump on in the numerator. So 85 divided by 24 minus of 60, guys, that will be what? Negative of 36. Correct? So minus of 85 divided by 36, guys, that will be your value of what? Secant. Okay, that will be secant of A plus of B. Okay, secant of A plus of B will be negative 85 upon 36. Now, guys, what we need, we similarly need to find the value of cosecant A plus of B. So cosecant of A plus of B can be written as 1 divided by sine of A plus B, because it is the reciprocal here. Okay, which is equal to, now once again we know the values here, guys. Sine of A plus B, if it is sine and cos combined, sine A into cos B, and then it will be cos A into sine B combined format, because that is what the trigonometric function of sine for some says. If it is plus, it will be plus here too. So now we have to substitute, guys. So 1 divided by, what is sine A, guys? What is the value of sine A? 15 upon 17. Cos B is 3 upon 5. So 15 upon 17 into 3 upon 5 will be the substitution here. 3 upon 5. Of course, it will be plus of cos A into sin B. So what is cos A, guys? 8 upon 17. Sin B is 4 upon 5. So 8 upon 17 into 4 upon 5. So 8 upon 17 into 4 upon 5. So what will this be, guys? Once again, LCM will be 85 here. 17 5s are 85. 15 into 3, that will be 45. 8 into 4 is nothing but 32, guys. So the value of sine of A plus of B, the value that we need is what? 85 will be in the numerator, guys, because denominator alli idu ಒಂದು ನಮ್ದು denominator ಬಂದಿದೆ. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes, 85 whole divided by, sorry guys, so we have to simplify this one. So 45 plus of 32, that will be 77. Okay, so sine of A plus of B, no, sorry, this is not sine, this is cosecant, right? We have taken up the reciprocal initially. So cosecant of A plus of B is equals to 85 upon 77. Okay, that is the value that we needed, guys. We needed the value of cosecant A plus B, and that is what we have calculated. So any doubts, guys, in this question? Any doubts, any questions within simplifications, formulas, with respect to any question that we are solving today? Please let me ask, guys. Let me know in the comment section. If you are able to understand, like the video, guys. Like ಮಾಡಿ video na ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ. If you are unable to understand, let me know the reason why. Okay, so no doubts, I guess, guys. Well, these are some of the problems, guys, 2 marks and 3 marks problems that I have concluded today. So go through these questions. I know that they will tend to have certain complications because simplification, guys, that is the main key here. Of course, you have to know the formulas to substitute, but don't especially mug out those formulas. Don't by heart them. You have to solve these questions. Once you start solving these questions, it will be very easy for you to remember those formulas. Okay, so I hope you'll do that, guys. So go through these classes. If you have any doubts, you can let us know in the previous class. For today's class, that is it, guys. I've solved about 5-6 questions belonging to 2 and 3 marks. That will be quite effective, so please practice it before coming to the next class. So for a midterm examination, 13 marks is the major implication, guys, out of this topic that we are covering in. Okay, 13 to surety, sorry, for a surety basis, I'll check it out, guys, because for midterm, as you all know now, there is a new pattern. 10 marks will be added in from the internal assessment questions too. Okay, so these are very important topics: trigonometry, compound angles, submultiples. So if you don't understand them, you will not be able to solve any of the trigonometry questions. Okay, so these are very important and very easy, guys. So go through these questions. We'll be seeing each other again in the next class. Of course, the notes will be provided to you on our Telegram channel, UN Karnataka PUC. Description has been uploaded with the link, guys. Join agi Telegram channel ge eno notifications ella kuda nimge alli sigtavre. Okay, so thank you, guys, once again for joining us on your own channel, Unacademy Karnataka PUC. So be seeing you again in the next class, guys. Take care and bye, guys. Thank you.